Hey everyone, Greg here,
And Chris.
and we have a special guest today, Mr. Hobo Scratch, is what we like to call him. But he is here today to talk about some different movies and TV shows coming out that is in the horror genre for the month of October, and kind of give us some news of what's coming out that he has seen and excited about. And we're gonna be trying to figure out what we need to go watch soon. So tell us what's going on for the month of October.
Month of October is completely bukkake. What I mean by that is like they've already put out a good 90% of all the horror movies already before it even being October's. But there is a couple of things if you're really into the genre that you could get into and that it will last you the rest of the month. Chucky season 3 just started, so if you get into that, then that'll carry out through the month, obviously because it's a series. Then we got.
Watch that yet?
Yes, I think they're up to like the second episode. It just started. So
it's on TV now.
yeah. You can check that out on all your like local streaming or whatever websites that you might use on the line. But
Is it Peacock?
I know it's USA and Sci-Fi, so I think it's Peacock.
Hulu and Peacock.
Okay, cool.
Or you can use other websites. But yeah, so that's a real good show. Also, while we're on this topic of Chucky, I want to applaud all the people that are doing the Chucky stuff because it's staying true to the origin story from the very first film. And I love that all the films plus the TV shows are all in continuity together, and that's great. I love that. Also, another film that shares that is Scream. Scream's kind of stayed the same continuity all the way through. And I know I'm getting off on a tangent, but way to bring it back is also what came out. We had the new Exorcism movie come out. That was sweet. Can't wait to check that out. I've seen the trailer. Been real hyped up to see it. I did see Saw 10. That was excellent. I'm glad that they went back and they kind of left the spiral stuff alone. John Kramer's in it. A lot of people will be like, oh, John Kramer, yay. But yeah, I was hyped to see that.
Did they make the story making sense? Because I know they kind of left off with him not existing anymore.
And then Spiral was confusing too.
Well,
don't ruin it, but
yeah,
make it make
confusing.
sense.
It made sense because John Kramer came back in a good way, and it needed to be came back in, and it explains a lot of things that needed to be explained back then. Like, there's a couple of potholes in there, but yeah, they clean up things. Let's see, what is another movie that's floating around right now? I can't think of it off the top of my head. They'll come into me, but. Yeah, it's a lot of good horror movies out there. There is some great ones. Like, if you've seen Evil Dead, please watch that. Watch the old ones. Watch the new ones. The two newest ones are quasi connected because they're trying to build a universe because everybody's into this universe thing right now. But they're saying that it's multiple books out there. That's why the last one and this one are connected somehow because those are two of the books of the 13, I believe. Okay. And so I mean, it was great. I loved how it was in like one area, so they got to focus on the gruesomeness and the nastiness of it. Pope Exorcism was great. Russell Crowe is a great actor, so definitely having him in a horror movie definitely rocked my socks off on that joint. That joint was lit.
Oh, yeah, you have seen that one?
It's on Netflix.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. That's the one. Did Angels? She said she saw that one?
Yeah, it was on Netflix.
Okay.
It was amazing. I watched it with her.
I haven't watched that one yet, so.
It's really good. And it's based on true stories, so.
Okay. Anybody else in it besides him, or?
I mean, he's on like famous guys.
I think Russell Crowe the only one in the joint that I can think of off the top of my head. But
okay.
Another one that's out there. This one's more on the like high side of the horror, but The Blackening. That was a good horror movie. It was real funny. It was shot in like one location as well, kind of secluded camping, stuff like that. Like Jason Voorhees, Crystal
Lake. That was
Lake.
something recent?
Yeah, that came out during late August, July-ish. So, I mean, if a lot of people didn't see that, that's why I'm bringing that to your attention because a lot of people was like,
And that's on Peacock now, so.
Oh, that one is? Okay.
Yeah. So, definitely check that joint out because it'll definitely give you, your horror vibes. There's a lot of horror movies that came out this year for some odd reason. Oh, that's the one. See, I told you my brain's going to kick in. Pet Cemetery. I checked that joint out, and that just came out.
Is that Bloodline?
Yes, it's Bloodlines.
Is that a show or a movie?
It was a movie. It was a prequel to the last movie that just came out. And that cleared up a lot of things. Also, watch that movie. Like, if you want to be introduced into horror movies, watch that. If you love horror movies and you love, like, old school horror movies, watch that. Because the reason I'm saying that is because it's a great horror movie, but it tells a great story, but it's also not what you think. Like, looking at the title, you'll expect one thing, but you're definitely going to get another. So, take that little tidbit of watching that movie. You'll be like, oh, it's truly a delight.
What's something coming out at the end of the month you're looking forward to? or maybe like November.
End of this month is basically seeing where Chucky goes, because Chucky, seeing that it's not like a regular like TV show, it's a scary like TV show. There's always pops and whistles. So usually when they get to like the season ending or the like mid-season finale, there's always a bigger pop. And it's like either usually bringing back an old character from the movies, or somebody gets killed and you be like, dang, it's like this dude been going for 2 seasons. Like, what you mean you killed him? So it's just like, I just can't wait to see where that goes. I'm also waiting for, what was it? Well, Wednesday, they put out news that they're rebooting Halloween again. What are you going to do with that? For God's sakes, I want to know.
Mike Myers Halloween.
Yeah.
Make him move faster, I guess. Because his thing was slow.
They just better not take him to space like they did Jason, because that joint was trash.
Yeah, that was cheesy.
Can you imagine both of them going to space and trying to fight each other out there?
Yo, I wouldn't mind seeing another mashup film.
Like some WWE shit, but like have them floating out of space and have like the intro songs coming on.
Not that drastic, but the Jason versus Freddy Krueger, I would love that being done again, just well put together, like in a better package with better actors, better. And make it a universe if you want to. Like, it can be separate all from their individual films, but this movie we talk about Jason and and the other characters be in it. Then the next movie, just build on it, because I think that would be sweet to actually see people survive and don't just skip off into the sunset. Like, they survive and they're like, this is not over.
Yeah, yeah.
This isn't nowhere close to being over.
Imagine having like kind of like a sci-fi movie almost kind of like how they did Alien versus Predator, but you have like this crazy spaceship, has portals in it, and brings the whole world into one ship. And you have like Jason, you have Mike Myers, aliens, predators, you have Leatherface, like everybody come after each other. Like, who would win? Like a Royal Rumble.
But the way we can all mash that up, like, not to give away, and if anybody does this, I want my 10% straight off the top. The way that they could easily tie all this together, and we don't have to worry about, like, this doesn't make sense, this is bullshit, Freddy Krueger deals in the dream world. Field goal right there. You could just build it off that, so now it doesn't have to make sense worth nothing. Like, you can just wrap it all in that, and it's like, oh, he's messing with some dude. Like, he's messing with some kid's mind. And while he's in there, he's like, who is that with the...
That'd be dope.
Somebody with a chainsaw. Who is this? Leatherface? It's like, you can literally, like, do that. Like, he start messing with other people's minds, and he starts bumping into other bad guys. And then have some of them, like, kind of team up. Like, oh, I'm cool with him, but I hate him.
Almost,
that's a good idea.
In a way, you could have it to where it's almost like every person that gets caught, and they're, like... in a like a cyber tank or like a freeze situation, and he's kind of walking around the tanks and he's like getting in their dreams while they're sleeping. That'd be kind of crazy.
Another thing that we could do, or seeing that we got this whole streaming and movies going straight to DVD and then movies being let out on stream plus the big theater at the same time. Another thing you could do with this whole horror series is do like the Matrix did. Matrix gave us a blueprint of how to take multiple medias of how we see things and make them connect to tell us a bigger story. So you don't have to jam everything into a 2-hour movie. They had animes, they had books, they had comics, they had movies, they had video games. They shoved if you literally took time to watch every piece of media that Matrix put out, you literally knew every bit of the story, so you weren't sitting in the theater like, what did I miss?
They did, I was talking to somebody about that the other day. They did kind of come out with this whole, like, grand world premiere on every level. Like, how you're saying, magazines. They had Matrix Online, which was like an MMO game. They had, with the PS2 games, they had...
Matrix Path and Neo,
yeah. Anime
and then they had
stuff.
the movie game.
Was it Animatrix? I think was what it was called.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they had, like, a whole bunch of stuff they were bringing out, so...
Riddick followed up, too. It just didn't go as strong.
Yeah.
Because Riddick followed up.
That was a solid video game, too. The Riddick video game.
I still don't think that they've given the connection to Pitch Black a good or a better swing. If they're going to put out another Riddick movie, I know we're getting off, but I think that they need to patch that hole better, because it's never been a full patch. Like, it's been a brief, like, oh, this is that.
I didn't think that they were going to go past Pitch Black. They probably made that movie thinking it was just going to be like a one hit, and probably didn't want to make a world out of it. But then everybody fell in love with it.
Well, I mean, the last one they said he executive produced it and wrote 60%.
Well, I mean, it was all a cash grab. At that point, you got to think when the Riddick movies, well, not the Pitch Black, but the other Riddick movies, it was right in Vin Diesel's prime. Yeah. So why not jump onto that board? Like, hey, he's doing XXX, he's doing Fast and the Furious. Let's not do it. Let's And now that
Boiler room.
my brain is cooking. Reason I brought this up is because Pitch Black is quasi considered a horror movie.
Yeah, because
For some.
the monsters or the aliens.
Exactly.
People did die gruesomely.
So
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, you could if they wanted to, because I would like, what was it, Del Toro to do it
Yeah.
and darken it up some because Riddick isn't meant to be feathery and lighty.
No.
Yeah.
Like
It's
not
supposed to be
super
more
action.
It's supposed to be gruesome and like out there and out. I wish another thing they would do it with Wolverine and Sabretooth.
Yeah, and what's his name? Reeve Schreiber was a really good actor for Sabretooth.
Yeah, he
More
was.
than the guy in the old X-Men movies.
I don't think he was a great actor for it. Let's just be 100. He fit the part, the look.
Yeah. More so than because the other guy was a wrestler, wasn't he? In the X-Men movie?
I don't even remember.
That was a wrestler.
I don't
He had
remember
like the
that
weird
actor.
white beard, and they tried to make the beard look like a mane. And
I remember he had a long hair.
that's the wrestler I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's the one where Darth Maul played Toad. That's the one I'm talking about. That one was crappy.
So, getting back to kind of the topic on hand. I heard about, did Nun 2 come out already?
Yes, Nun 2 just
Yeah.
came out.
I'm that far behind?
Yeah,
Okay.
no, you're right
No,
in the
it's like
pocket.
within
It
the last
just
couple of weeks.
It's last like week or two. It just came out. It was
I've
like
never seen the first one. So, I'd have to
You
catch
might
up.
not have to because in the first minute and a half they would do a recap for you to show you where it gets to
all right, well, hold on. Have you seen any of the Conjuring, like all the Conjuring movies leading up to the situation?
I have. He hasn't. I
I've
know
seen the first one.
So yeah, don't even. Yeah.
You're gonna have to watch.
At least if you're gonna skip the Nun, at least watch the source material before it, then get into it.
Okay.
Which means really you don't even have to watch them. Just look up the last like 6 case files Ed and Lorraine Warren did.
Gotcha. I mean, I still want to check it out because it's, So, a big thing on the channel, what we started out recently was always a running joke of horror stuff where, movies like The Shining or...
Any movie really.
well, whatever. But anywho, like The Nun, type stuff like that, people will talk about it, and I always have the running joke of I've never seen that. And it's not that, I don't watch movies in general. It's just the horror style. I stick more to like comedy and action and stuff like that.
Don't let him lie to you though, because he'll buy a stack of movies and
I
we'll
won't
have
watch
one unpackaged and the rest are still sitting on the shelf in
But,
the plastic.
I'm busy doing stuff like editing
I don't
for
have time to watch them.
Shadows Abound or, work and life and being
At
a dad and all
nighttime
that.
when he wants to go to sleep
But-
and he says he can't go to sleep would be the perfect time for him to watch those go to sleep.
Maybe. But anywho,
Benny Hinney
a
do.
big thing by the channel is we're starting to do reviews on movies and stuff like that. But we thought it'd be cool to kind of bring in some new stuff that hasn't come out yet or is dropping, or because Hobo right here, this man, he lives with horror movies. Like
Yeah, I
how
watch
you're
them.
saying, he watches it to sleep,
Yeah,
to live,
I'll
all that kind
eat
of stuff.
breakfast with them, all that stuff.
Yeah,
Like, cause
so-
when I was younger, I was scared of them, and then at this point, they're all funny to me because it's like, at the bare like base of the thing, it's the stupidity that's gonna kick in all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a noise. Let me go look. Oh, let's not split up. Split up. Like, it's kind of cut and dry. That's why I like to see what they're going to do that I haven't seen. That's the most intriguing thing, like, when I'm going into a horror movie.
Yeah.
Also, I want to see, are you going to scare me? I haven't been scared in a while.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's like, all right, if you scare me, you got it. Applause.
See, I don't really get scared too much of them. It's more the music messes with me. Because you know how they do the music to try to...
The
to
jump
kinda get in
scares,
your head
yeah.
and stuff like that. But like, so The Conjuring, to go back to that, I watched that in theaters. And I called like everything that was about to happen. So like that whole stupid scene where the mom's kind of standing over the steps and it's like pitch black behind her, all the lights are
Yeah.
out, and the hands come out and do the clap right next to her.
Yeah.
Like that happened, and everybody in the theater's like, ah, screaming and crying and stuff, and I'm sitting there laughing. out
Well, I mean,
loud.
that's a bad movie, right? So, like, a good movie that's opposed to trying to scare you sometimes uses the music to foreshadow the
Yeah.
next step.
But another, like, training wheel thing for you to get you into horror movies more, go through the paranormal joints and go through Final Destination. If you can get
I've
through
seen
all
those.
them,
I've seen all those.
all right, that's baby steps. Then watch Scream. Scream will get you in there. It's a little blood and gore, a little stabby
I've seen
stab.
those, yeah.
Comedy. Boom. Just work.
I tell you what. So Desiree made me watch VHS
Oh,
and VHS 2, and I
I was
was
about to say, who
was
popped on the
laughing.
VHS?
I was laughing at those, man. Those movies were
Because they were horribly terrible at the same time.
yeah, they were comedic to me. I'm sitting there watching it, kind of like asking questions, like how does this story make sense?
But
What about having him watch all the Blair Witches all the way up to the
nah,
latest?
ain't nobody got time for that same. Like,
I
no.
haven't seen
That
those,
or
so.
the Paranormal Activities.
I've seen the first one. But see, the thing is, being a paranormal investigator, right? We've gone to places where we're like literally in it in real life. So watching it on TV or a movie, you can kind of guess what's about to happen, or you're not really as spooked as other people, I guess you could say. So like King's Dominion, The Haunt. We went there last night, and I was just kind of walking around like, oh, these are haunted woods. Like I've been in haunted woods before.
Yeah.
People coming out being like, boo. I'm like, I've heard like my name screamed in my ear and scratches and like crazy stuff has happened to us. Like voices telling me I'm gonna die and go to hell. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
So you being a King's Dominion, you're just kind of like, hey,
Good job with your job.
Yeah.
How much does it pay you?
So I don't know. Walking around, I was just kind of like, and he's around this corner. Like.
But look, the focus back on y'all, because we're here for y'all. If there's anything that you want to see or hear us talk about, leave comments down below.
Yes.
Like and subscribe always. Hit us up. We all got our social medias. They'll be floating around either up here somewhere around here or in the description below.
Put it down
but
below too, yeah.
Just hit us up. Also, if you want to watch movies with us, it is Halloween time. And yes, our schedules are hectic, but we're here for you. So if you want us to watch a movie with you, tell us down below and we'll figure it out. We might be able to hit y'all with a special episode or two where we watch a movie with y'all. And it could be for his benefit, y'all benefit, whoever.
That'd be a cool idea.
But just let us know. You got to talk. We can't feed y'all what y'all need if, closed mouths don't get fed.
Yeah, we can try and figure something like that out.
Yeah.
So, because I know there's a lot out right now too. So, but we're gonna try and keep bringing videos to y'all every month. So we're gonna try and film stuff at the end of the month to kind of prepare y'all for the next month. So get used to seeing his face.
Yeah, like a monthly wrap up thing, like a little howdy do.
Yeah,
So,
that, and we're getting ready to figure out what latest video for us to watch just got voted on. We have to check that out too.
So as of right now, the poll is up on our Facebook. So just like Shadows Abound on our YouTube, same thing on Facebook. We have 4 options right now. We have Nicolas Cage's Out of Space, or no, Space Out of Color. So that's out. What is it? The Body Snatchers one,
That's
Shining, and Hereditary.
Hereditary, yeah.
So those are the 4 up right now. So go on there and check that out and try and vote if that's still up.
Yeah, I mean, I like The Shining, but if you guys want, vote on Hereditary, please. Because that's a good one, too.
Those are the only 2 he wants. But y'all pick whatever y'all want.
Exactly. Don't let him feed into y'all. This is about y'all. Look, we ain't worried about what he talk about.
But no, try and make a vote on there real quick, and hopefully we'll have that, I think, wrapped up in a day or 2. It's something also we're gonna kind of keep bringing to y'all. Again, we're gonna be at the Nightmare Weekend in Richmond, the 13th to the 15th. So we're gonna be doing 2 shows. Saturday at I believe it is 1 o'clock.
Yep.
On the 14th, Sunday at 3. It'll be about an hour-long episode each. If you watched the last podcast, we talked more about it. Just want to kind of send a reminder out in case new people are watching this. And then we are still wrapping up a couple editing videos. I got the one house in Clinton, Virginia, that we're still wrapping up. It's just a long process.
It's our biggest haunted house yet compared to that one we did before. So
and then we have something coming up. I believe it's a haunted railroad, possibly in Amelia. So we're working on trying to get that linked up too. So, but anything else you want to add?
I mean, look, man, it's Halloween. You're supposed to be scared. This is the one month where you should just let your hair down. Let yourself be vulnerable to being scared. This is what Halloween and this is what October 4. Like, I ain't telling you to disrespect your religion or nothing. But if your religion or whatever you believe in, pray to, doesn't, dictate what you watch or what you get into, come chill with us, man. Like, we just some goofy dudes getting into some freaky, spooky things. And that's what it's going to be.
Hell yeah. Try to get scared. Eat a little bit of candy, too, while you're doing it.
And it gets rid of hiccups.
Yeah.
Hiccups suck.
Yeah. He right here gets them a lot. So.
Okay, man. We ain't doing all that snitching.
Bring my personal information out. That's fine. But no, also, if you haven't done it yet, and hopefully, we have this channel to kind of help inspire, but also teach and entertain as well. And hopefully, at the end of the day, we want to inspire some people. So if you have not gone on a paranormal hunt or investigation yet, and somewhere locally near you, this is the month to do it. This is when the veil is the thinnest. This is when you get the most experiences. This is when you get a lot of crazy things happening around you and things amp up a lot. So this is the perfect month to do it. So hopefully we inspire you guys to to go out there and gain knowledge and do that yourself as well. And also, like they said, watch some horror movies, get scared,
Yeah.
and have a good time, man. This is
Or like what you were saying in the
favorite
last one. If you saw our last podcast, you were saying it doesn't take a lot to start it off on yourself. You know,
Nope.
just get one little cheap thing, keep it simple.
Yep, that's true. But we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. We want to keep this kind of a shorter video because, like I said, we're going to do it every month. So get used to seeing his mug. We're going to be bringing you the news and some funny laughs, hopefully. So other than that, we will see y'all in the next one.
Yeah.